Hey, this is Ryan Maifield at the 2012 ROAR 1/8 National Championships here in wonderful Mifflintown, Pennsylvania. And we're here to talk about the layout, and we'll go through it with you guys. Starting out straight out of pit lane, you obviously go into like a pretty bank corner, which is pretty high speed. And then you go into what people are calling the Talladega or the Daytona berm. And again, that's pretty high speed. And it's already kind of getting rough, so we'll see how the layout holds up throughout the weekend. And then straight out of Talladega, you come straight into a short chute into a very tricky off-camber 180. And that's a section that's going to be good for passing, and we'll see some good racing coming out of that corner. And straight away, another short right into a double going uphill, which is pretty tricky. It's really hard to judge. Once you get to the top, the straightaway in the back gets really narrow. And like I just said, after the double, you go into a really narrow back straightaway that goes about halfway back into a off-camber corner that falls away very, very fast. You're going into that thing full throttle, and you better be ready to slow down. So the 180 off-camber, and you kind of climb back uphill, do another left-hand 180 that's kind of a fall-away corner, a little off-camber section, and then into kind of like an off-camber chicane section into a, it's supposed to be like a kind of a click it out jump to where you get the car sideways, but it hasn't been working the first round. We'll see if the bite comes up. Right after that little double, you kind of do a 180, come back at you, a little dip there, which is kind of fun, throw a little rooster tail. And then kind of come through a quick, fast, like chicane back and forth section. And then you'll come through another kind of S-turn, coming out of the far right corner into a pretty long double, which seems to be working well. Everybody's making it, especially now they got the track cleaned off. And then you kind of go into an uphill, off-camber chicane area, which worked really well. It kind of jumbled up with traffic, so the main events will be a little hairy there. And then just a real quick straightaway, and then you come down the downhill whoops, which this is probably the best whoop section that I've ran on in a long time. You can either go through it as whoops, or you can double, double, double. I was single, double, triple. So there are a lot of options, and all of them work. Then you make a left-hander, go into a pretty simple double-double, and then you go into the final 180 coming onto the straightaway across the start-finish line, and then there's this awesome ski jump right in front, which you can launch your car straight into the corner. You'll see a lot of passing there. Some people going big, some people not. So I'm pretty excited. The track looks pretty good. Having a lot of fun out here. Associated cars are working well. J Concepts tires are working well. I got my new Futaba radio. I'm ready for the weekend, and I'm super excited, so stay tuned.